Welcome to Going Down to South by the podcast where we always have ourselves a time. And this week, unfortunately, Kenny didn't have himself a time because it's Kenny Dies. I'm Dando.
And I'm Guy, and Dando, you're breaking my balls, man.
Oh, that was one of my favourite moments.
You're breaking my balls?
Breaking my balls. You break my balls, Gary.
Balls, breaking them, breaking my balls.
This episode, not necessarily funny, more emotional, and a side of South Park we don't really get to see all that often where they actually, it was taking the piss, but at the same time still drawing emotion out of the viewer.
It was very much a very special episode of South Park, which I like because, it's walking a very, very fine line and doing it very nimbly as well. It's taking the piss out of very special episodes where it's like, oh, that character you've come to know and love so much, they may not make it out. But at the same time, but he's my friend. I love friend. That was so good. And I love how they acknowledged at the end when they aren't even putting emotion on it, but they just say friend.
I can't believe that originally this was going to be Kyle. So they're going to always, the idea was always to kill off a character for a whole season, right?
But do a bait and switch.
It was going to be Kyle. And then I thought, but the perfect joke is that Kenny's the one that always dies.
Yes, and that nobody cares. They treat it as just
as a catchphrase.
Yeah, just a catchphrase, just a gimmick. And death is not.
Yeah,
hate to break it to you kids, but no, death's no joke.
Kenny's unwell. He's gonna be okay, right?
Kenny can't die. Kenny can't die.
That's the music cue as well every time.
Yeah, that lovely piano thing, or the strings or whatever it is. But yeah, that's fantastic.
Such an emotional story though that coexists with Cartman trying to sell fetuses.
There's a lot of really good stuff in this episode.
The business attire.
It really keeps you on your toes, this episode.
It does, yeah. It says on South Park Studios, Emmy-winning episode. I can't find any info for winning an Emmy on like the wiki page or an IMDb. It obviously did. It was South Park Studios.
Why would they lie?
Why would they lie? I'm just going to make sure it definitely was this episode. It said Emmy-winning episode. I'm just going to double check. South Park Studios is my new favourite friend. Friend. But what did you like not favourite moments, but like what about this episode drew you and what kept you on the edge of your seat, as you were saying?
Just emotionally wrong-footing you all the time. I mean, making you think, oh, we're taking this very seriously. Oh, but wait a minute, we're not going to. We're going to throw a bit of a gag in there. But that doesn't distract from the underlying seriousness and pathos of it. But at the same time, then it'll cut back to a gag, and you don't feel like, oh, well, now we've shifted gears and we've really grinded those gears. It all feels like the same thing. It all feels like the same episode.
I feel it needed the laughs in there with the emotion, didn't it? So like the Cartman stuff was pretty outrageous.
Oh, quite. And then at the very end, it just pulls the rug out from under your feet. So beautiful.
What did you think of the ending? I thought the ending was very abrupt, but it was also their way of saying, it doesn't matter, just move on. We're moving on. We're moving on, so you should as well. And I've read that they received a lot of backlash for Kenny not being in the show because I think they tried Tweak in his role. Butters seems to be the one that they were sort of...
They're really pushing Butters, as we've said in previous episodes.
He was in this episode as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. But they're pushing him more to the forefront and making him if not the new Kenny, then an unofficial member of the team, a member of the sort of core quartet.
Yeah. I think they've made a mistake, by the way, because it says, I went on South Park Studios, it does say Emmy-winning episode on Kenny Dies, but it wasn't even nominated. So Chin Pokemon was nominated. Osama Bin Laden Has Farty Pants was the one nominated for that year.
Okay, so didn't win. So they're saying Emmy-winning episode, not Emmy-winning season?
No, Emmy-winning episode. Look, check this out. Look at that on the laptop there. See that? Emmy-winning episode.
Okay, he's not lying to me. Now,
is that meant to be a joke? Maybe
I think it might be, given that it's in the traditional sort of South Park font.
It says the description, in a very special episode of South Park. That's the
description. I hadn't seen that because I'm not watching it on your new friend South Park Studios. I'm just watching it through sleazy means. Yeah,
the description is, in a very special episode of South Park, Cartman fights for Kenny's life when he speaks before Congress in favour of stem cell research.
Yeah. I won't say clearly they're taking the piss, but it seems to me that they're taking the piss because an episode of any traditional sitcom or any even traditional drama where it's like, a central character faces a life-threatening illness or whatever. They may be at death's door, and meantime, their friends rally to help them. And, there's opportunities for big speeches. There's an opportunity to, get up in front of Congress and say, my name's Cartman, and I'm from Colorado, and my friends are very well. It's like, the wisdom of children. All that shit.
So they were nominated for Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride, Chin Pokemon, Osama Bin Laden Has Farty Pants, It's Christmas in Canada coming up, but they won it finally for Best Friends Forever in 2005. Trapped in the Closet only got nominated, but then they won it 3 years straight. They won it for Make Love, Not Warcraft, which was an iconic episode. Imagination Land, the movie, another iconic one.
Awesome.
And Margaritaville.
Okay. I can't remember Best Friends Forever. I'm sure I will once.
Oh, you will once we get to it, yes.
Okay.
But the next episode of Going Down to South Park, this will explain where they thought the direction of the show might be heading, is called Butter's very own episode.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to that. But before we get to that, we'll talk about this episode.
We will indeed, yeah.
However, when this episode started and I realised that it was about stem cells and all that, I can't remember the title of the episode, but the one that's got Christopher Reeve basically breaking open fetuses and drinking their stem cells. But he's up against his old enemy, Hackman.
That would be, is it Crazy Cripples?
Sounds about right.
Okay. In this episode, Christopher Reeve comes to South Park to promote stem cell research, and I think that might be the one, because I won't read the next sentence.
Yeah, please do not. I think I've already sort of spoiled some stuff for it, but I'm guessing if you're listening to Going Down to South Park, you're already a bit of a South Park fan.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is that we're essentially watching these for the first time again. I've seen a lot of these ones, but I can't remember much about them at all. So.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw this particular episode, and yeah, I got a lot of pleasant surprises as a result.
The first 2 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah.
What were they going for? It was just like bait and switch. But they were all funny.
They were all great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just the laugh track.
I was like, oh, guys, this can be the entire episode. And then, it's TV. The vacuum cleaner.
I mean, the fact that it was, not their laugh track. I mean, I initially thought, okay, well, this is funny, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be, Doctor, please turn that television down.
It was Benny Hill
and
show.
Benny Hill, by the way. God.
If you watched this for the first time back in the day, right, I don't know whether I would have actually believed that Kenny was dead. Even though we had the funeral and all that stuff, I still don't think they've cried wolf so many times. I don't think I would have believed them.
That's a really good way of putting it. They've cried wolf so many times. And I think they've also established that we're not really playing by conventional rules here. No. We've set our own boundaries and even
a special episode. What if Kenny did die? A special episode.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was, like you said, a piss take of special episodes, but Kenny's not really going to be dead.
Yeah, I think the one rule or the one guideline that Parker and Stone set themselves is, let's take the piss.
Yeah,
let's take the piss out of everything.
Yep, just break the rules. Yeah.
I
also think that having him die was also the opposite of what fans would have been expecting as well, because very special episodes, usually, when Cartman walks in, it's a miracle, and you think, oh my God, that he's revived. You think, because at the funeral, you think he's saved Kenny in some way. No, he's just
he's
created shaky.
Shaky pizza.
That's like, oh, you're a horrible person, but that's just the South Park way, wasn't it?
Oh, very much.
Make you think, oh, no, he is saved. Oh, he's not saved.
No. Don't forget, Cartman's the most evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, what were your favourite moments from the episode?
Just those good gags at the start. I mean, the whole...
Yeah,
you initially think, oh my God, abortions, no laughing matter, but we put the laugh track on it, except it's not. And then...
Yeah. The thing with the vacuum, right, or the buffer?
Yeah.
When they went outside the room, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and I apologise, but that's the sound I was expecting. Like, that's just what I thought the sound would be like, but then it's just like, oh, I'm an idiot.
That's great. Just that 1-2 punch at the start.
Wasn't there a third? There was a third bait and switch, I thought. We'll get to it in a moment. I know there was the vacuum with the buffer. There was the TV. I thought there was a third thing where things were happening and then it wasn't.
Feels like there might have been. If there is, I didn't write it down. I apologise, folks. I fell asleep at the wheel. Other things that I enjoy, just Cartman sort of being all Wolf of Wall Streety, not just being on the phone hustling.
Just in his business shirt and his little tie. Yeah.
Oh, but actually, when he first reveals to the guys, guess what I've got? 33 aborted fetuses. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your silence is exactly what you should be doing.
Just a lot of great Cartman lines in this. I mean, there usually are, but he really was front and center with this, despite the episode being called Kenny Dies. The whole, if you do that, you'll be making a fatal mistake. So I'm very pleased with himself, and justifiably so. That's a good gag. When he's talking to that... the scientist or whatever.
You're taking all my favourite bits. Give him hell, kid.
That was good.
The thumbs up.
Yeah. It went on just a little bit. I won't say it's like Cape Fear and the Rakes, because it cuts it a little bit short, but I liked it still. I thought it was pretty funny.
I just like the thumbs up.
That was all very. But the way they had to repeat, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, wait, doctor.
But when the scientist or the doctor is explaining to him about certain things, he's like, He's explaining how stem cells work or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you get what I mean. Not at all, but go on. And finally, when Cartman is he's soliciting women at the abortion clinic about, giving them $75, and he's this heavily pregnant woman.
We can have another one.
We can have oh, Mark, I love you.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, Mark, I love you. Parker and Son do that better than anybody. I don't know exactly
Similar
what
to the, make sure you wrap the salad up in the foil.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how you describe these jokes.
Mundane everyday life.
Or just really emphatic declarations of something.
Yes.
But in weird situations.
But the name Mark is perfect for that moment, isn't it?
Oh, Mark, I love you.
Mark.
Fantastic.
I really enjoyed the heat of the moment as well.
Oh, yeah.
It builds and builds and it just keeps going. You're like, I'm singing along as well as I'm watching
you would,
this.
Yeah. Heat of the moment, man. What a banger.
I know.
What movie was that? It was in like one of those Will Ferrell movies or something, wasn't it? Was it in like Anchorman?
Heat of the moment in movie. Let's have a look. Barbarian, the 2022 horror film. That's not the one you're thinking of.
No, good movie though.
What movies is Heat of the moment in? 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's what it's in. Yes. One of those movies that all early 2000s. They all felt the same, didn't they? But 40-Year-Old Virgin for me, I was late to it. But when I finally got to it, I thought this felt fresh. The 40-Year-Old Virgin to me. Maybe because I don't know. I saw myself and then Steve Carell's character. I'm like, wait a minute. I collect action figures. Wait a minute. I like eBay. Wait a minute. All right. So trivia. All right. What's your first question?
What is the motto of the Alder Research Group?
The motto. Yesterday's future is today.
Correct.
Yes.
Well done, you.
All right. My first question for you is: how much does Cartman originally get offered? £1.
Oh.
What was he asked for? It's the first dollar amount assigned to £1.
Is it 33?
It's $80.
Oh,
$80.
okay.
Or someone mentions $80 a pound. That's the first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the patter is so it's hard to pick up.
Well, you ruined my first question, by the way, is how many aborted fetuses? It was 33.
Oh.
Yes.
I've done one of those things where...
I've done the same thing for my third one as well.
I'm not 100% sure.
I know what it is now. I know what it is, yes.
I think I know what this is as well. How much weight did Cartman lose according to...
Weight? When did he lose weight?
He didn't, but the kids say something like, oh, you lost some
100
weight.
pounds. 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
My last question for you is what room number was Kenny in?
Oh, good question. No answer.
648.
648.
Yes.
Right. Shall we talk about the episode?
We need to talk about some cheesy poofs first.
Sorry, guys.
Starting, of course, with the lovely, expensive Katie G. Expensive cheese poof.
Oh, yeah.
Expensive for her. Because she donates $100 per month. Thank you so much, Katie G.
You're not breaking our balls, Katie.
No, you are not indeed. Andrew Zer, also not breaking our balls with his $50 support. Thank you so much, mate.
By the way, Katie G pointed out something very good on social media on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, she'd like Baker Street. The Simpsons introduced me to so many good songs. I'm like, yeah, damn right.
The Simpsons introduced kids to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Good movies.
Good.
You know what The Shining was before The Shining?
Correct.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger. You know what Freddy Krueger was before Willie was Freddy Krueger?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But also, we've got Jordan Moleman Ritchie, Andrew Swan, of course, our main man who runs and Zach Pruitt, the editor, and the web developer, we'll call them.
These are separate jobs.
Jordan Moleman Ritchie, Jonathan Rossi, Rach Beasley, Stephen Roberts, Sean Deavy, Pete Anderson, Timothy Burleson, Andrew Davis, Ryan Dunlap, Kevin Dental Plan Flood, Shannon Hofer, Bella Winterbank, Jack McFadden, Heath Appleby, Adric McLeod, Lewis Kavanagh, Mark Treleaven, Reese Roberts, Ginger and Pickle, Preston Murray, Talia Enriquez, Jake Masato, Declan Phoenix, Brian McCoy, Josh Hallier, Logan B, James Shepard, Joe Reedensek, Dave Pretzels McNally, Gavin Lang, and Damien Miller. Thank you for being cheesy poofs, aka top tier supporters of ours on Patreon, guys.
Ooh, that's a big full bag of cheesy poofs. But you know, Dano and I, we're still going hungry. We could always do with a few more cheesy poofs.
Exactly, because they only fill the bags like halfway now, even not less. You buy bags of chips. I went to the supermarket yesterday, right?
Here's what grinds Dando's gears.
A bag of chips, $6. I went,
what sort of
hold
chips?
on.
What sort of chips?
Honey soy chicken.
You getting the Red Rock Deli chips?
I think that might be the ones.
Okay, they're the fancy chips.
Yep. $6
I know. You got to wait till they're on special.
No fucking chips worth $6 a bag, man.
Well, they're pretty tasty.
They are tasty.
They've got the various gourmet flavors.
I only buy things like that now when they're on special.
Yes.
You just got. I know I'm getting old because now, before I went to the supermarket yesterday, I checked the catalogs online to see who's got what specials going.
Dude, I do this every time.
It's the best.
Yeah, it usually happens on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. That's when
Thursday's when it ticks. Wednesday's the last day, and then
I
Thursday's
thought
the
it
new
was
day.
Tuesday was the last day, and Wednesday was the new day. For Coles and Woolies, I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, I was Wednesday to Tuesdays. I thought it was Wednesday to Wednesday. And maybe you're right. Anyway.
Yeah, because I'll go in on a Tuesday night and they'll have started tearing down the thing goes on. So I'm like, wait a minute, I need to know if these are still half price. I got to get online. But you're absolutely...
You're breaking my balls here.
Coles, you're breaking my balls. What are you talking about?
Go get more catchphrases out. What
Yeah,
else you got?
come on, let's get them all out of our system. No, but I love that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It's like...
Or you see something getting stacked up, you're like, oh, that's getting special tomorrow.
The shit that you always buy, it's like, you had bought this before, and this week it's 30% off. I'm like, yeah, you're damn right it is.
We've marked it up 30%.
You're still getting fucked.
It's on special to what it used to be.
You're getting fucked.
That's the way it all worked.
Yeah, we're throwing in a little lube this time, but you're still getting fucked.
Yes. The whole I know I've spoken about this on the podcast before, but the half price thing, that's the biggest fucking scam supermarkets have run in this country.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, we're just going to keep increasing the prices to the point where half price is the old normal price.
Oh, yeah, look, Papa Guy likes a bag of the natural confectionery company's sugar, not sugar-free, but sugar...
Reduced sugar ones.
Reduced sugar snakes.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you'll get the message... Down 50% to $2.50. It's like they used to be $2.50.
They used to be $2. Now they're half price at more. But the idea of saying half price, you're like, oh fuck, well, I've got to buy it.
We are stupid animals.
Oh mate, half price.
One word for you folks, and you know it. Say it along with me. Limited. Yeah, that's me.
And I'll buy two. I'm like, well, it's half price. You're gonna buy two.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know why my brain works that way, but
I get this little jar of caramelized onions. I could caramelize my own onions. It's not that difficult. But they got it in the jar. And normally it's like $6 a jar, but it's really nice on a ham sandwich. It's like, oh, it's down to $4. Getting two bites. Putting them in saving them up for later.
We got the leaning tower of cereal in our kitchen at the moment. All stacked up because everything was all the Weet-Bix at the kids like were half price. Well, I'll buy 10 boxes.
Yeah. You better eat this shit. It's going to go stale.
It might never be on special again.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to cost of living crunch with your pals Dando and Gary.
So how does the episode start off, Mr. Davis?
It starts off with a young woman seeking a termination.
Yes, you're at the abortion clinic. We've got the canned laughter going. And
unplanned parenthood.
Unplanned parenthood, yes. Unplanned child, yes. Unwanted child, as they refer to it.
The clinic is called Unplanned Parenthood.
Exactly.
Actually, but it's called Planned Parenthood in the US.
And when they had the canned laughter, I thought, they're going for this. Canned laughter in an abortion clinic.
Yes, yeah. It seems like very... Oh, South Park is so shocking.
Yeah.
But
no,
they're one step ahead of us.
Yeah, just turn TV off and then...
I can't believe it's Benny Hill. That's such an odd choice.
He convinces her to sign off the unwanted child for the stem cell research. Was this actually banned in the States at the time? I guess it must have been.
I think so, yeah. Or at least a topic of much debate. Because abortion is just an ongoing topic of controversy. Well, not just in the US, but around the world. But it seems especially in the US.
Yeah, well, because they ban it. That's why.
Well, yes, and they certainly make it difficult as fuck.
Yes, yeah. So...
For want of a better term.
We pan outside and we hear the vacuum sound.
We automatically think there's a bit of D&C going on, but no, it's someone buffing the floors.
Yes, exactly, yep. Then the nurse takes it to the lab for is it the Older Research Lab? Is that what they're called? Older Research?
Older, yes.
Older Research. And we hear, On the Road Again. Random choice of song. I know they're on the road, but it's just like, Willie Nelson on my South Park? What's going on here?
I know.
They don't normally have actual songs on South Park. I think that's the thing.
Again, I guess a little bit of a bait and switch. You think this is going to go on for a bit longer than it does until, crash.
Crashes it, yeah.
Kind of love Willie Nelson. Who does not?
Yeah. Remember he's on King of the Hill?
Oh, yeah, of course.
The golfer?
Yeah, but even just, I think we were talking not long ago about, occasionally you hear a song.
Two songs by Willie Nelson, but he's kept that cool factor.
Oh, yeah.
But he's passed away now, right?
Oh, no, Willie Nelson's
still going, still kicking strong?
Yeah. Probably not in the best of health, but, I think he had to postpone some tour recently.
Yeah.
But, the guy
91 years old, good on him.
Yeah, he's near Margaret Mary years. Good on him.
Yeah, well done.
By the way, my mum is hitting, 94 in a couple of days?
Yeah, happy birthday, Margaret Mary.
Margaret Mary. But just, we talked not long ago about, there's a song that's been around forever, or there are songs that have been around forever, And then you listen to it again, it's like, actually a good song, you know, not just part of the wallpaper, but like legitimately good. I
The
mean,
reason it's been going for so long.
yeah, I mean, just listening to it on the road again, it's not an all-time banger or anything like that, but it's like listen to these lyrics. They're good.
It's kind of like, take me home, country road.
Anyway, so, I don't know, this has been your moment of Willie Nelson appreciation.
Speaking of another great song, Cartman come around the corner in his little tricycle. My baby takes a morning train. I like that song, man. 9 to 5.
I'm trying to think of what else did Sheena Easton have?
I'm not too sure, but you know what 70s song I love? That's just like poppy. Reminds me of it's like a poppy version of this. It's the Get Right Back to Where We Started From.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a fucking unreal song, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Who sings that
That's
one?
Melissa Manchester.
Is it? Okay, so Get Right Back to Where We Started From. What a
I'm-
song.
I'm about- I'm about to-
It's the wife swap theme song.
Yeah. I am possibly about to do you the biggest favourite of your life.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a movie called Slapshot?
Yes.
Oh,
The hockey one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but not since I was a kid, though.
Yeah, but it's from that. I'm pretty sure it's from that, isn't it?
Is the song used in that? The song's from the 70s, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Slapshot.
Okay.
Oh, so,
I can't recall.
yeah. Not everyone has seen Slapshot, but if you haven't, see Slapshot.
Okay. Just for that reason.
For many, many reasons. But that's in it. And I think that's the
Is one of
first...
the Baldwin brothers in that? Slapshot?
No,
Or Slapshot 2?
there's a sequel.
That's the one, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
Okay.
Don't watch that one.
You can live without that one.
Slapshot. Who's in Slapshot?
Paul Newman,
Paul Newman. How old is it?
1977.
Oh, so it's an... Oh, see, I've definitely seen the 90s version or whatever it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What's the original?
Yeah.
All right. Because when you said it's from that, I'm like, yeah, but the song came out like 30 years
Yeah.
prior. Okay.
Also, maybe don't have the kids around.
Oh, okay.
It's just very sweary.
Oh, okay then.
I mean, very sweary.
All right. I just I just love that song. Any chance to
Oh, yeah.
give that song its credit, I will do it.
I'm pretty sure it's Melissa Manchester or...
That song doesn't seem right. What's it
We
called?
gotta
Get right
back to where we
back.
started from.
It's sung by Maxine Nightingale.
Maxine Nightingale. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's all right.
And it's coming up. Oh,
What a song, right?
the song I'm thinking of from Melissa Manchester was You Should Hear How She Talks About You. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
It's pretty
Check
good.
it out.
It's pretty good.
but just Cartman singing 9 to 5 just
Oh,
made
yeah.
me happy.
The funniest thing about Sheena Easton, who sang that, she was this like 4'9" Scottish little dynamo.
On the back of a train, right? In the film,
Yeah.
in the film clip.
She hooked up with, well, everyone hooked up with Prince
Yeah.
somewhere along the line, but you know, she was like, my baby takes someone. You think she's this, you know, sweet little thing, and then she starts hanging out with Prince and just like being a real sex pot.
Oh, really?
She did a song, either a solo or a collab with Prince called Strut. It's
Okay.
like, Strut, pow, put it out. It's like, ooh, sexy.
Put what out?
That's for you to find out. Anyway, good song.
Cartman, when he finds the shit there, what do we have here? Stan, Kyle, and Kenny are collecting shit. I never got this for the whole episode. What?
They're just lighting cash shit on fire
Is that what they're doing? Lighting it on fire?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
because of the methane.
Oh, of course, yes. But then Kenny coughs, so he's clearly unwell. Yes, he's coughing here.
And it's always the telegraph punch of like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm fine.
Yes, yes. Don't mind me, guys. Then Butters comes to tell them that Cartman wants to see them. They're like, yeah, whatever. They eventually convinces them and then touches the shit. He's like, ew, sticky. I thought that was weird. Make moments like that
Is
make
it,
you...
is it a callback? Because he said something about sticky before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's when he is it when he wears the condom or something?
maybe, yeah. But it does make me dislike Butters. I was just like, that's weird, dude.
Doesn't make me dislike Butters. Nothing can make me dislike Butters.
He's like, guess what I have in my backyard? 33 aborted fetuses. Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
That's exactly. Mint condition, tax-free. And they explain the stem cell research here. And I'm glad they do that because if you're watching this, you wouldn't have any idea. You're like, I know stem cell research is a thing, but
Yeah,
please dumb it down for me. Yeah. And he has an aborted treasure chest in the backyard. They're like, I fucking hate you. And they go to leave. Kenny coughs again on the way out, so clearly something's going on here. Then Cartman starts calling around trying to sell off these fetuses. You're breaking my balls, man. You're breaking my balls. We're starting to get that era of Cartman here now where it's like, he's on a whole new level, a whole different level to the rest of the show, I think.
Oh yeah, very much.
I wouldn't say it's become the Cartman show, but he's superseded it, I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any of these other characters doing anything like this. No,
You could have them doing nothing. It's almost like they assign stories and gags to, we'll just have Stan do it. But Cartman's the only way you can do this shit with.
Stan, you can do sort of unrequited love or awkward around girls or something like that.
Kyle seems to be
Kyle's
the
very-
loner or they've been feeling left out.
Always has existential crises. Yeah, he's like, what's the meaning of life? Is there a God? What happens after I die? All that kind of stuff. And Cartman, you can just plug and play into anything because he's just ridiculous in the best possible way.
Yep. Then Cartman goes to the research center to drop them off because they agree to buy them. But unfortunately, Gary tells him how the government has now banned stem cell research. So I like before, as he's talking to the woman, you hear him in the background going, oh man, oh no. You see Gary in the background. He's just so devastated. They can't buy them now because the stem cell research has been banned. So Cartman then throws a tantrum and throws one of the thingos and it comes out. Did you see that?
No, I missed that.
So he throws one of the containers and a fetus starts falling out and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah. So we're now at school and principal chokes on Dick, says she needs to see... Well,
she's not the principal. That's Principal Victoria.
Sorry, Principal Victoria, yes. The teacher says that principal needs to see them, Stan and Kyle. So they go, they think they're in trouble. They're like, look, there's some of abortions, but we don't know exactly what he's doing. And then the music cue. And it's like, what's going on? Kids, you might want to sit down. And they tell him that Kenny is terminally ill. And the reaction here is pretty much how a kid would respond. Like, well, he's in hospital. The hospital's going to fix him, right?
Yes.
And it's exactly how they would react on a very special episode as well. He's going to be okay, right? Oh yeah, he'll be fine.
All the I love how they maintain some emotional, I guess, integrity. I mean, it's a natural response from a child, all that, but they also play up the cliches that you'd get from bad child actors in like movies of the week. No, he can't die. He can't die. I mean, look, all props to Anna Chlumsky and all that from My Girl, which I get the feeling for. Yeah, but for our target audience, I imagine is like the first experience, that emotional
death,
emotional boot camp of like, but he's a beloved character. It's Mac from Home Alone. He can't die. That's probably going to do a bit of a number.
Or Mufasa did a number on us.
Well, that's true. That too. But you're going to have young actors who do the best and often do a very good job, but it's always a little bit sort of overwrought. And no, he can't die. His glasses. You're right.
His glasses. He can't see without his glasses.
That's actually a pretty sweet moment.
It's a very sweet moment.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin, he was a good little actor.
Well, the kids are obsessed with Home Alone again, and I'm all for it. I know it's they're all about. They're like, can we just watch Christmas movies? And I'm like, you damn fucking straight you can. I've talked about this recently.
Actually, no, we're out of July.
We're out of July now, but they're Home Alone 2, mate. I say this all the time. I'll never get tired of giving Tim Curry credit for Home Alone 2.
I'll give Donald Trump credit for it. Better than the original, and I'll tell you why. Because your favorite president is in it.
Home Alone 2 is light years better than the first one, in my opinion. I like it. Tim Curry, when they have the filthy animal, what's it called? The angels with filthy souls, whatever. Yeah. And he says, you better get, you gotta say, tell me you love me or whatever. He's like, I love you. Tim Curry's facial expression is fucking amazing.
I'm thinking about, is it the pigeon lady who's
she's the old man equivalent in the second movie.
Yeah.
The weirdo, the creepy weirdo that helps
I need to look up who's the actress in it. I think it's Brenda Blethyn.
Okay.
Because
what are you laughing about?
Oh, because
it is played by she's not where's Pigeon Lady? Oh, Brenda Fricker.
Oh, Fricker. I'm thinking of a different person.
Okay then.
No, I was just going to give you more adventures about how Guy and his beloved Lou are really steering into middle age because Lou and I had a nice quiet weekend. She started a new job. I am getting up and running, a few K every morning and doing a lot of work and that. So by the end of the week, we were just exhausted because we're old. And I was like, oh, can we just chill out tonight? She said, I'm on the couch watching Vera, which is this long-running detective show on the ABC here in Australia. It's what old people watch. And I'm too tired. I can only watch Vera. And when I went over last night, we ended up watching another episode of Vera. And we're like, why are we doing this? Why are we not turning over to the Olympics? And we're trying to sort of, well, they're giving you just enough of the mystery, but they're also wrong-footing you. I don't know. I need to find out who killed Frank.
See, we've given up on Lost, right? We've worked out the formula of what Lost is. Lost is each episode goes for like 42 minutes. It's 40 minutes and 30 seconds of fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck all development, boring shit. And at the last minute, it's like hook.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch the next one, and then you spend 40 minutes sitting there going, "Where's the next hook?"
I know. Well, hopefully our next TV launch pod, you'll stay on the hook for that one because power bang the ding diggy. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway.
TV launch pod available now and wherever you find your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. We just recently did How I Met Your Mother, the pilot episode.
We did all right with that.
Yeah. Had its pros and its cons.
It's con.
All right. Yeah, so Kitty can't die.
Kitty can't die.
No. And it's actually the genius of Trey and Matt. where we've seen Kenny die essentially every week for 5 seasons now, but you're still feeling sad. You're like, oh, Kenny can't die.
They've pulled a bit of jujitsu on you. They've used your power against yourself or your indifference. Like, oh great, dead again. No worries. Wait,
he's really dying?
Oh, wait a minute. If a 9-year-old kid was dying, this would kind of suck.
Because you know why? Because he's normally getting eaten alive by things or squashed or whatever. Here is
really
a
extreme
terminally ill patient in the hospital. It feels more real, So Cartman is still trying to sell the things now because he couldn't sell them to the older research. The guys come to see him, and Butters takes over for him. So clearly, like, Butters is the one they're going to sort of... They're not shoving him in our face, but they're just slowly pushing him in front of us. Next episode, though, apparently they will be. But Cartman, he's sad too. I think having Cartman be sad was the kicker, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he never takes anything seriously.
No.
And he's got no soul.
No, exactly. But Sheila takes them all to go see Kenny, and Stan... Kenny won't take his jacket off, because obviously you don't see his face unless you watch the movie. They bring him presents. Don't tell him what it is. It's so goofy, isn't it? But
it really nails that awkwardness of like, everything's the way it always was, except it's not. But let's try and make it what it is, except we can't.
Yeah, I like Stan not being able to deal with it and just walking
out.
Oh,
yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah. It's like,
it's an Emmy-winning episode. I believe, I'm like, I can see how they could win an Emmy for this.
Yeah, I mean,
the emotion of this episode felt so real.
Almost like a very special Emmy, because if you need to explain death to kids, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would with this episode, but you could.
And I'm glad. You know why you could? Because Kenny actually does die. So it's like, it happens sometimes. There's not always a miracle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's the reality you need to sort of, when you're a kid and you realize, things don't always work out well in the end. But that's when you're sort of not a kid anymore.
Yeah. I love how they have Stan's like, I'm not the one who's leaving. He is.
What a line. It's so dramatic and over the top, but it's a great line though.
Yeah. This it's got real, as I said before, emotional integrity, emotional honesty, but at the same time they're playing up the sort of the stilted, stereotypical nature of it all. I really enjoyed this part of it.
I loved, in particular, Cartman saying, Stan and Carl are best friends, but I always saw you as my best friend, Ken. I'm like, that's how we've been talking about it, hasn't it? It's like, it was just nice hearing Cartman actually say it. It's like Cartman being a human.
Yeah, and makes the rug pull at the end all the sweeter and more sour.
Yeah, I know.
Which is that wonderful combination of elements that we get from terrific Asian restaurants.
But then when he cries at the end, or he leaves and he starts crying, I'm like, I'm feeling sad.
Absolutely.
Like, even Cartman's crying. So Kyle and Cartman, they embrace, they hug, I'm going to find a cure. God damn it, I'm going to find a cure, Kyle. I'm going to find a cure. Show you will, Cartman. Show you will. It's like that Tiny Tim. Show you will. What is it's in The Simpsons. It's like a kid's like, show you will, Oklahoma. Show you.
Oh yeah.
Show, what is that episode? What is that?
Oh, it's not the kid who plays stickball, is it?
Oh no, but
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Is it when he leaves the bowling alley and there's a kid there and he's like, one day you're gonna make it, little Tiny Tim. He's like, show you will, Oklahoma. It's something like that anyway. It's a moment from listeners know exactly what I'm trying to say, what I'm talking about here. But he goes to the lab to ask, how do stem cells actually work? How does this happen? What's the line you said there? Are you following me?
You following me? Not at all, but go on.
Yeah. So he says he's going to have to go and change the government's mind.
But actually, I mean, I don't know how scientifically accurate it is, but it sounds kind of right. It's like these are blank cells that become anything.
Why aren't they now just cloning using animal cells to clone human parts? Or aren't they like putting pigs' hearts inside people and things now?
I think they did that a while.
And it worked, right?
They did it with like a chimp's heart or a baboon's heart or something like that.
Yeah.
Ages ago.
Yeah. It won't be in our lifetime, but it'll get to a point where they can just grow people. Or like just grow parts. Like, you need a new hand? Here you go.
I can think of some parts that need growing.
Not just you.
What are you talking about?
Louise is like, damn straight.
Get cracking, scientists.
Sign me up.
I don't think she's thinking this.
But we get the moment, though, that, get bigger bucks and gloves and give him hell, kid. Hey, doctor. Thanks.
Give him hell was good.
Yeah.
I like give him hell. That whole bit was good.
Good luck, kid. Good luck. Yeah. Oh, doctor. No, never mind. Kyle is reading cards to Kenny. One's from Butters, and he's drawn him in a plane, which is a nice, sweet moment as well. Mm-hmm. Again, Butters, just reminding, hey, Butters. Yeah, Butters is a thing, guys. Butters.
Look, I don't know if this is retroactive on mine, but Butters is always a thing for mine. From the moment he came on board, I'm like, I like this kid.
Yeah, you can't not like him. So then he hopes that Stan's going to come to see him. Kenny wants Stan to come see him. Then the Make-A-Wish crew arrive. This was unbelievable.
I knew they were going to have to get Make-A-Wish in there somewhere.
My wish is not to die. It's like, oh shit. Oh. Do you have 2 wishes?
is it a true story or probably just done on some comedy show where some Make-A-Wish kids like get me a Playboy model or something?
Why not?
Yeah, like I really want to get laid.
I mean, if you're what I think like you can't though because you got to be the legal age. But it's like if just say you're terminally ill and you're like 17, 18. I'm sure if you're 17, I'm sure they're like close the curtains. Give this kid what he wants. But it's Madonna here. And Kenny says she's an old anorexic whore who wore it at welcome years ago. She suddenly speaks with a British accent and she thinks she can play guitar so she can go fuck herself.
Ow.
I love should I come in now?
When did this episode air again? Did we say that?
2001 usually. I think that's what we're up to. December 5th, 2001.
Okay, so we're after Ray of Light, which I think was late.
Oh, that was 97. Right?
That 97? Yeah, 98 or something.
And Beautiful Stranger, which was the sequel.
Which was for Spy Shagged Me.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
That was 98.
We're almost up to Die Another Day.
Madonna singles. Let's go in order. American Pie was 2000. Remember she covered American Pie?
Oh, yeah.
And it was just...
It was not good.
Really popular, but I never liked it. So Beautiful Stranger was 1999.
Yeah. Not a bad song.
American Pie was in 2000. Music.
Makes the people come together.
People. That was popular as well.
Did all right.
What It Feels Like for a Girl. Die Another Day was 2002, so it was just before Die Another Day.
Yeah.
Die Another Day.
Up there with the worst Bond songs. I mean, having said that, let's go off track for a second. Dan, I've got a gun in my back pocket. I'm going to put it to your head. Can you hum the tune of Billie Eilish's Oscar-winning theme song for No Time to Die? No, me neither. We're both going to die.
I don't know.
It's not a real gun.
I don't know any Billie Eilish songs.
Do you know Bad Guy? Everyone knows Bad Guy.
I might know if you played it to me.
Do 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 do.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
No, I don't know it. No, I really don't. I don't know any new songs, mate. I'm so out of touch with music now. I couldn't tell you what I know what Billie Eilish looks like. I couldn't if you put her. I don't know what her voice sounds like.
Because she dresses like Flavor Flav.
Yeah. She always just looks like she's tired and she has blue hair.
Yeah.
Whenever I see her.
Yeah, but Die Another Day, probably the worst Bond theme song.
Yeah.
So
anyway, what was your? You just want to know what era of Madonna we're at when this happened.
Yes.
So music in American Pie,
and also when she was when she hooked up with Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, must have been this time because she's speaking with a British accent. Yeah.
And she's trying to. I've forgotten when she said, "Guess what? My nickname's Madge now." It's like, fuck off.
Madge. It's too close to Midge, right?
Yeah. You can't give yourself a nickname. It doesn't work.
No. Chef goes to talk with Stan. How you going, Stan? Not good. He asks why does God let Kenny die?
Oh, yeah.
And Chef just lets God have it.
Yeah.
He's vengeful. He's pissed off. He doesn't care who he takes. As long as it makes us all sad.
He just wants your sweet, sweet tears or something like that.
I like the lollipop anecdote as well. You don't really make you cry. Give him the lollipop first and take it away. Yeah.
It's like, he's all pissed off about something that happened thousands of years ago. Sorry for the bad chef impersonation, but what are you going to do?
Cartman then gives the speech at the government. I've called it. To the government. Yeah. Singing the heat of the moment. It's one of those songs where, everyone wants to start singing along. It's like you're singing it too? Right, I'm joining in. Apparently it's one of the most iconic South Park moments. I wouldn't say it's that.
No.
Disagree. No, I disagree entirely, but I really enjoyed it though. Just heat of the moment.
Who said that? Who said
it? Was on the
was it 5 most iconic South Park moments?
So where was it?
From your pals at South Park Bangers with a Z, like some YouTube channel. Fuck off.
So Serene Dominic of the Detroit. So Serene Dominic says this
of the Detroit Dominics.
Detroit Metro Times called the scene where Cartman leads members of the United States Congress in a sing-along of Heat of the Moment as the greatest cartoon moment in the career of the original four members of Asia. So it's there. Okay, I just read greatest cartoon moment. I was like, really?
Okay, I take back some of what I said then. Pretty much all of what I said.
So basically, so they all join in, so they're going to approve of it. The ban has now been lifted. Cartman is now offering $75 to women as they walk into the, unplanned parenthood, for their aborted fetuses, so they can use it for stem cell research. And he even convinces the pregnant woman, "Oh, Mark, I love you." That's what he said. Stan then walks in to see Kenny, but there's no one there. I'm going to see my friend because he needs me right now. And he walks in, and then Kyle just walks in and goes, he just stopped breathing. And you're like, oh shit. I think it was more powerful that you didn't see him die.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And even worse that,
But we did get the cliche of walking in happy. Why is the room empty?
Yeah, someone making that big decision finally and just too late. Two saddest words in the English language. Too late.
The final kicker. What were his final words? Where's Stan?
Imagine if that happened. Imagine if that happened.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'd take the express.
Oh,
at that
mate.
stage.
Where's Stan? It's like, oh, shit. Fade to black, come back and say the funeral. Garrison's hosting the event for some reason. What's it called when you're at the funeral?
I don't know.
When you're the speaker at the funeral, whatever it is.
Yeah. When you're giving a eulogy.
Eulogy, yeah. Garrison's giving the eulogy. Cartman says, "It's a miracle, guys!" And they burst outside. And we didn't mention shakies earlier, but they were talking about, because Cartman asked at the time, can you replicate shakies?
You think, okay, well, he's putting in language that Cartman understands.
But the thing is, though, he didn't know what stem cell research was. So the idea of that he had this planned all along doesn't really work, because it wasn't until he had that conversation that idea was even... He didn't know what stem cell research was.
No, but then he discovers, oh, well, if it takes this, then I can do this and this. And
so he's sort of like killing two birds with one stone. He's like, well, I do like to think that the moment he had with Kenny was real. That in the canon of the South Park universe,
we like to think that
Trey and Matt, Cartman was actually being kind. I mean, the crying outside might not have been it, but the being kind of kid, because no one else was around.
Is there any point to him doing it? He's not trying to.
No one else is in the room.
Yeah, he's not trying to mislead or deceive anyone, is he?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes. And that is the end of the episode with shakies being replicated by all the stem cells. Yes. All right. Yeah. Another really entertaining episode of South Park. Not necessarily all the... actually, no. I take it back. It's actually been pretty funny. It actually was really funny.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
At moments, I was like, not exactly the funniest episode, but still really enjoyable. No, I'd take that back entirely. This was very funny.
given the subject material and the way they went after it, very funny indeed.
As you said, this was like South Park to a T with just the piss taking. I love when you're like, I know what you're doing there. Makes you feel smart. It's like, I know what you're taking the piss out of there. Yeah. They do it plenty in this episode.
They do indeed.
Yes. All right. Well, that is our review of Kenny Dies.
Sure was.
Yes. Remember, guys, if you do want to get in touch with us, it is southparkmailbag@gmail.com. We would love to hear from each and every single one of you. Please continue to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you do hear this show. And if you can, please also support us on Patreon, where you get early access to this show, ad-free access, as well as access to over 100 hours of bonus content on our Patreon as well. We do exclusive podcasts on there, like Talking Seinfeld, Tales of Futurama, Speaking of the Hill. You can find the first couple of seasons of each of those shows available for free on your feed, so go check it out. If you want more, they're available on our Patreon as well. Mr. Davis, though, next week on Going Down to South Park, we shall be reviewing the episode titled Butter's Very Own Episode, and that is the season finale of Season 5. We're nearly finished Season 5. What a great season it's been.
It's been fantastic, and then we're going to go into Season 6.
Season 6 indeed, which is where I feel like the show really peaks, right? All right, guys, thank you again for all of your support here at Going Down to South Park. Mr. Davis, any final words for those amazing listeners out there?
Well, I don't really think of them amazing listeners as so much as friends.